times get tough, Americans get creative in order to make ends meet. We're talking about side hustles. It's estimated nearly 40% of U.S. adults have one, many of which are relying on them to pay their monthly bills.
Let's bring in Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young, also the host of Side Hustle. That's an original program streaming right now on Queen City News Plus.
All right, Taylor, every week you sit down with someone new who has taken on an interesting side hustle. What do we have for this week?
So I'm really excited for this one. I know I say that every single week, but this one really surprised me. So when you think of your favorite TV show or movie, you might not think this could be a side hustle, but turns out not every shot is starring a lead actor. And sometimes it takes hundreds and hundreds of people to kind of fill the background of a lot of those scenes. So this week we are learning about how people are making a little extra as an extra. And one man doing that is 75-year-old Tom Raleigh from Charleston, South Carolina. He first got into being an extra about 6 years ago and has been a part of several films and television series, some of which you may have heard of. Mr. Mercedes, a drama series based on a Stephen King novel, The Hunting Wives, a television series debuting this month on Netflix, an upcoming movie starring Sydney Sweeney about the life of boxer Christy Martin, which was partially shot here in the Queen City, and Righteous Gemstones, airing right now on HBO. Now, in our interview, Tom describes what it can be like to spend a day on set.
The scene itself, one particular scene, took maybe 30 seconds on the actual viewing. It took 15 and a half hours to achieve that 30 seconds of song and dance, if you will. We had a little script. We didn't have a dance step, but we had kind of a swaying back and forth. There was choreography involved. A lot of us didn't know our left foot from our right foot.
So a lot of time spent on set really for just a 30-second shot. Really
First of all, I can relate to not knowing left foot from right foot, so I'm with you on that. So he's talking about spending hours for that one scene, which ended up really only running for 30 seconds. As an extra, what do they do when it's hours on a set?
Yeah, it's a lot of sitting and waiting around. So you can spend upwards of 16 hours on set. There are regulations so that you can't work more than that, so they're not overworking you. But you have to pretty much be prepared to do anything and everything. I mean, Tom has played the role of a billionaire who had a 30-year-old wife, to being in a choir, to dancing. He does say you are fed very well on set, and that he really enjoys the part of being able to kind of see how all of these are put together, because a lot goes into it. But if you are interested in doing something like this, I mean, you have to, again, be kind of prepared to do anything. Again, he doesn't really know how to dance very well, but he was like, hey, they're asking me to do it. I'm going to do it, yeah.
Anything for food.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so all of this involves making money, right?
Yeah.
But how exactly does that work, especially for the long hours, but also not really having a big role?
Yeah, so you are paid as an extra. Tom argues it's not very well. It can be anywhere from $12 to $16 an hour, although you are paid overtime. So if you're booked and busy doing a lot of these, I mean, that money can really add up. Tom says he doesn't necessarily do it for the money. He is retired. He's 75 years old. But he says this is absolutely something that people do as side hustles and can actually make a career out of it if they are willing to kind of travel for shoots.
Okay, so if somebody's sitting at home right now and they're like, you know what, I have a face for movies and television, I want to get into this. How does somebody go ahead and become an extra?
Yeah, so Tom is at the point where he actually gets called now.
Wow.
He jokes saying, you know, I don't know many 75-year-olds out there that are just available to be on a shoot for 16 hours. So he's kind of, I don't know, the perfect man really to kind of get a call for really anything. He thinks that's funny. He calls himself a ham. But he also follows a lot of casting call companies on Facebook. And that's actually how people find out about roles, really. They'll post, hey, we need 500 people for this role, fill out this form. It asks you your height, your weight, random things about you. And if you get a call back, you have to kind of be prepared to do anything. Of course, can you travel? You have to be available on this date for X, Y, and Z. Sometimes they'll give you clothing. Sometimes they say, hey, this shoot is for this time period. Bring X, Y, and Z. I know for the Sydney Sweeney movie, people had to dress more so like in the 70s and 80s, so they had to wear a certain kind of clothing. But I will say one thing that Tom has kind of taken away from all of this is he can no longer watch movies and TV series the same way. He is always looking at the extras now, which is something that I don't think a lot of people do when we're watching movies, right? So he has a different perspective that really isn't going to change anytime soon.
Yeah, I think we all have certain perspectives based on our history. If you're a photographer, you're looking at it from the filmography, aspect of it. I think that's fantastic. By the way, you can watch Side Hustle anytime. Just download the free Queen City News Plus app right now. Taylor, thanks.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.